Welcome to E4 Adventure Films. We're doing another food review. Going to continue on with the food fight protocol that we've established, where we go head to head with two popular items being offered by two different establishments and duke it out and see who wins. So today's special request comes in from Jamie, a viewer and family friend. Thank you very much for the request, Jamie. Jamie requested that we have the hometown hero favorite. I mean, I guess they're not a hometown hero, but they're my personal favorite, so whatever you want to call it. Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich, which is their chicken sandwich with the spicy sauce and the pickle. Going head to head with the cult classic favorite, the world-renowned Chick-fil-A. So let's go ahead and get the thumbnail out of the way. Prepare yourself for the cringe. Food fight! There we go. So that'll probably make it into the thumbnail. Maybe, maybe not. But anyways, so again, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. I've had both these sandwiches before. I've never had them back to back before. So this will be interesting and we'll see how it plays out. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into the Popeyes first. Popeyes is a solid player in the chicken sandwich game. If you've watched any of our other videos, you know that I've always said that Popeyes is, quote, the truth of spicy chicken sandwiches. And I still stand behind that. I think that they set the bar very high. That bias out of the way, let's go ahead and see what we got. Opening the bag here. We got the typical, looks like it was stepped on by an elephant fast food delivery protocol. Now again, what Popeyes does, and I think, jiminy Christmas, what they do better than anyone else in the game is they definitely go full send when they commit to that chicken fillet. I mean, good Lord, like seriously, I'm gonna have to unhinge my jaw and eat this thing like a python. I mean, look at that. Like seriously, that's ridiculous in a good way. So Popeyes has a spicy chicken sandwich. We can see we got the pickle there. We got a little spicy sauce on the bottom, spicy sauce on the top. Nice soft potato type bun. Just a little bit of sweetness to the bun. I've had it before, obviously. But again, the star of the show, as is always with Popeyes, is that monstrous chicken fillet in there. I don't know what nuclear wasteland island they grow these chickens on, but that dude was working out. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take a bite of the Popeyes chicken. See if I can unhinge my jaw and fit this thing in there, and then we'll do a back-to-back with the Chick-fil-A, and then I'll give my reviews. So here we go. Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich. No surprises here, exactly what I expected. We have a heavily breaded and very thick and chunky piece of chicken there between two pieces of bread. Again, big fan of the pickle. It's such a silly little thing, you wouldn't think it would, but it really just puts it over the top if you're a pickle fan. That really is just a nice little accoutrement, if you will. And I dig it, it's really good. So sticking with tradition, we'll take a second bite and then we'll switch to the competitor here. Thank you, Annie. Mm-hmm. I have Mama Bear riding shotgun, as always. Go ahead and tuck that away. Mama Bear's wearing her Mama Bear shirt, and I'm wearing my Papa Bear shirt, because we're cringy like that as a couple. All right.
You're cringy like that.
It works. So now we got the Chick-fil-A. Now already I can tell you just by holding it in the bag. Now, all the Chick-fil-A lovers out there, hold on, wait before you start grabbing your pitchforks and torches and take to the streets. I can tell you right now that Chick-fil-A is fighting a little bit out of their weight class right now. They're kind of bringing a featherweight to a heavyweight bout. It's definitely a smaller, more compact sandwich. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just noting the fact that it is a little bit smaller. So it's peeking at me there. They're also sticking with the fast food protocol of thoroughly stepping on this thing before they hand it out the window to you. But it's fast food. You got to be realistic about your expectations. All right. So right off the bat, you know, a decent sized chicken fillet. I wouldn't say that it's like, you know, tiny, but it's not that nuclear monstrosity that the Popeyes is. So it's definitely a different ball game. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's worse, right? Under the bun here,
is that one pickle?
I got one little soggy pickle. Oh, and a little soggy pickle on the bottom there. No real sauce to speak of. If it is here, it's invisibly thin. I don't think there's any sauce on it. I think that Chick-fil-A, and keep me honest here in the comments if you know, but I think Chick-fil-A makes theirs spicy with the breading rather than the sauce. So there's a big old nubbin of chicken there hanging out, and I think that's going to be my perfect first bite. Again, a little bit more of a diminutive sandwich compared to the Popeyes, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you kind of do feel you get more value with your money when you get a big old honking sandwich. So enough said. Let's go ahead and get into this Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich, and here we go. Now, I will admit, it's been a minute since I had Chick-fil-A because it's not as readily available. And honestly, the Chick-fil-A in our town, I don't get it, but every single time we drive by, it's like around the block every day, which is a good sign of good food for sure. But it also makes us kind of take a hard pass whenever we drive by and we look at it, that line, and we go, nah, and we keep going. But that all being said,
they processed really fast though.
They will. I will say that to Chick-fil-A's defense. Today we went in there, line around the block as usual. And man, they had runners out there. They took our order and we were in and out of that place in no time flat. I can't even understand how efficiently they run that drive-through. So kudos to you, Chick-fil-A, for sure. Man, that's got good heat to it. That's good. Huh. That's decent. I will say that although the chicken is smaller on the Popeyes, it actually tastes like it's better quality. The chicken tastes more tender, and it's like a little bit more melt in your mouthy. That's a term I just made up. Yeah, that's actually really good. And that spice is a little bit more pronounced than the Popeyes, but in a good way where it kind of builds in the back of your mouth and it kind of ramps up. Versus the Popeyes, and this is probably the difference between sauce-based and batter-based spice. The Popeyes just kind of kicks you in the teeth right when you take your bite, whereas this is that mellow, kind of like the difference between a pepper straight up versus a smoked pepper. A smoked pepper kind of builds more, and it's a little bit more enjoyable in my opinion. That's really good. That's really good. Let's take a second bite. All right.
Bet you wish you had the boy here right now, huh?
Well, so I'm on my weight loss journey. I lost a bunch of weight, which is really cool. Saturdays is my cheat day. It's the day that I get to kind of step out and have some normal food. And it's a great opportunity to do these videos. So again, shout out to Jamie. Really appreciate the idea. Thank you very much. She wanted to see a comparison to Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, so that's what we did. The Popeyes is good. I will say from a value perspective, I feel as a consumer I'm getting more value. Not only is the sandwich a decent price, but you really get a lot of food for your money, considering. So that's really impressive. So, you know, and again, I take no shame in admitting I came into this, like, you know, Chick-fil-A was honestly the underdog for me personally. But I gotta tell you, Chick-fil-A really delivered. So I'm a big believer in customer experience as well. And the customer experience at Chick-fil-A was phenomenal. We were in that big long line and in and out of it in no time flat. Everybody was very pleasant that we dealt with, which is amazing considering the volume of people that they're processing through there. So yeah, kind of bouncing all over the place, but I feel like I got more value for my money as far as the monster sandwich, monster filet from Popeyes, but the quality of the sandwich at Chick-fil-A is on point, and so was the customer experience. So if I had to go head to head, I'd say that Popeyes is a solid out of 5 stars. I'd say that Popeyes is a solid 4.5. And a big part of that is, again, the perceived value as a consumer that I have. When I get a sandwich that is of serious weight, I feel like I got my money's worth. This is a solid meal, right? This, in the fast food game, kind of reminds me of like a nicer steakhouse, for example. You pay a little bit more, you get smaller portions, but what you get is really high quality. So, you know, honestly, I know this sounds like a cop-out, but this is a 4.5 star too, I think. I really do. Because the only thing that would make the Chick-fil-A a little bit better, I think, again, is I'm a decent-sized gentleman, and I have a decent-sized appetite, and I could see myself finishing this and wanting more as far as, you know, a meal is concerned. So for somebody with a more petite appetite, maybe this would be enough. But that's the only thing that I would knock on this. Other than that, the chicken quality is superb. The taste and flavor is really good. Our customer experience was phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I would do is ratchet up the scale a little bit on this. Maybe give us a little bit more food, Chick-fil-A.
So you actually like the sandwich better from Chick-fil-A is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
So I would say Chick-fil-A wins then if you're going by taste and flavor.
Oh, look, Mama Bear's keeping me honest.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Anyways, so you got a valid point. It's so annoying when she does that. So, so yeah, I mean, I guess it's a tie, 4.5 stars each. Popeyes, better value, weight, size. Chick-fil-A, better flavor, and better experience. So once those two things counteract each other, I think they're both a dead tie at 4.5, with the edge going to Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A edged it out, and it's because of the customer experience, and overall, this is a good sandwich. So if I really was left truly hungry after all, I could just buy a second one, you know, or fall back on my fries or whatever I'm going to do for the additional stomach space, right? But solid sandwich. That's really, really good. I haven't had one in a while. I kind of forgot how good they were. So that's it. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Again, shout out to Jamie. Thanks a lot, Jamie, for the idea. Really appreciate it. Yeah. So you want to say goodbye to everyone?
You can.
She doesn't want to say goodbye to everyone. It's really rude. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Again, shout out Jamie. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching E4 Adventure Films. It's a random smattering of whatever we're doing that day. There's no rhyme or reason to what we do, but it's all in the name of documenting good times and the personalities of our family. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Till next time.